Right. Good afternoon, everyone. What is the last concept? Test cases, right? Okay. Online students, is it the screen is visible? Online students can. Online students, is it this visible? Online students can respond in the chat window. Online students, is it the screen is visible? Okay, right. Let's complete on the test cases, right? Okay. Right. So we need to understand about in completing these particular test cases, right? So what is the meaning of test cases? Meaning of test cases. How to be tested. So the first part, we have been taking care about test scenarios. After that, we need to taking care about in working this particular test cases. The first understanding, taking with test scenarios. What is the meaning of test scenarios? What is the meaning of test scenarios? What need to be tested? At the same time, we need to be considering the high level design. In a similar way, we need to be taking care about these particular test cases. So what is the meaning of test cases? How to be tested. So we need to be document how exactly we can test that particular functionality. For that, we need to be taking care about entry criteria and then taking with exit criteria. What is the meaning of entry criteria? Meaning of entry criteria. Reference documents. Meaning of exit criteria. Result or output here. So while working test cases as part of test cases, we need to be as part of this particular test cases, we need to be considering that having entry criteria as part of entry criteria, right? As part of entry criteria, what is the first document need to refer? What is the first document? Approved test plan. As part of test cases, considering with that entry criteria, we need to be taking care about in considering the approved test plan. After that, approved SRS need to be considering the SRS document. After that, approved FRS here. Okay. What is the next one? Approved test scenarios. We need to be mentioning about taking with approved test scenarios. Okay. After that, test case guidelines here. We need to be mentioning about taking with test case guidelines here. Okay. After that, test case template. Meaning of the template? Meaning of the template? Format. So we need to be taking care about these particular things, and we need to be coming up with writing all that particular test cases here. So that we have been taking care about writing with the test cases related to that particular login page, and then we get started writing with the test cases related to new user registration. So while working new user registration, I will be mentioning about taking with a very first scenario. What is the first scenario we got? What is the first scenario? Verify new user registration functionality. So for that, we have been writing with all the different combination functionalities to verify the registration. To get verified that particular registration, what are all different type of combinations are there? We need to be taking care about all that particular different type of combinations here. Okay. Continued with the same, we need to be taking with next scenario. What is the next scenario we got? Verify reset button functionality. So that you need to write all the steps here and then taking with expected result. What is the expected result for reset button? For reset button, what is the expected result? Once I click on the reset button, what is the result we can expect? As simple as user, whatever the data has been entered, that particular data should be cleared. User, whatever the data has been entered, all that particular data should be cleared. So that is what you will be taking with reset button. So you guys can continue on that. After that, what is the next one? Verify text boxes functionality. That you are already knowing it, same as login page. After that, what is the next one? Verify CAPTCHA functionality. So that you can write all that particular test cases. What is the CAPTCHA functionality? What is the functionality of CAPTCHA? Is it always every time it will be displaying with the same CAPTCHA? So how it has to be displayed? It's need to be display with unique. I mean, it's not like in a duplicate. Always every time it has to be displayed with new CAPTCHA. So every time it has to be displayed with new CAPTCHA here. So the one you will be mentioning about which you will be taking with. So the one you will be mentioning about taking with new CAPTCHA should be displayed. Rather than using the word of new, we can utilize with the word of unique. Unique CAPTCHA should be displayed. Okay. After that, checkboxes functionality, you will be writing it. Links functionality, you can write on it. So, and after that, email received or not, mandatory fields, all these things, how you written for login page. For the login page, how you have been written with that expected result. Similar to that, you have to write. Just you have to continue that writing with the steps only. So these things you can continue on that. Now you can see some test cases which are related to whole application. What is that functionality? What is that? Scenario number 11. Scenario number 11. What is it? Verify logo for one particular page or whole application. We need to verify logo for whole application here. Okay. Now you can see that we need to mentioning about taking with that particular test case TC024. This particular scenario number. What is the scenario number we got? Scenario number 11. So which you will be taking with scenario number 11. You will be taking with scenario number 11. So what is that scenario? Verify logo for whole application. we need to be get verify. We need to be get verify logo for whole application. Okay, right. Now see the steps here. What are the steps you will write? What is the first step? Your favorite step. What will consider? Launch browser. After that, enter URL. Okay. After that, verify logo for whole application. Verify logo for whole application. Okay. Test data. What is the test data? What is the test data? URL. Okay. Expected result? Logo should be displayed. Logo should be displayed for whole application. Logo should be displayed for whole application. Okay. Now you can see here. After that, need to be get consider TC025. Okay. Sorry. Scenario number. Let's see that scenario here. Right. What is another scenario? Verify header for whole application. What is the scenario number? Scenario number 12. So which will be considering the TS012. Okay. So now you can see that which need to be get considering that you will be taking with launch browser. Which need to be get mentioning about taking with launch browser. Okay. Taking with second step. What is the second step? Enter URL. Okay. Third step. What is the third step? Verify header. Header for whole application. Okay. What is the test data? URL. Expected result? Considering that header should be displayed for whole application. Okay, done. And then TC026. Okay, TS013. What is that 13? What is that particular 13? Footer. So the one we got mentioned that header and then considering that footer. So the one you will be considering the header information and the one you will be considering the footer. So what will be the test data? What is the test data? URL. Okay. What is the expected result? Footer should be displayed. So footer should be displayed for whole application. So footer should be displayed for whole application. Okay, done. Next, TC027. Okay, see the scenario number. So this scenario number, this we are already done. Login page, we are already done. Okay, let's move on to search hotel. What is the scenario number? Scenario number TS024. The 24 related to what is it? Search hotel functionality. So which is related to search hotel functionality. Okay. So now you can see the steps. Right. What is the scenario number? TS024. What is that scenario? What is that scenario? Search hotel functionality. We need to be get verify. We need to be get verify that particular search hotel functionality. Further, need to be get right with the steps. What are the steps need to be right? What are the steps need to be right? Taking with the first step. What is the first step? Launch browser. Okay. After that, enter URL. Okay. After that, third step. Login details means? You need to write the steps in a very detail considering that. Enter username. After that, enter password. After that, enter captcha. Yeah. What is your functionality? Verify such hotel functionality. So to verify such hotel functionality, what are the steps need to be done? Enter username, enter password. After that, why login? As you are entering username, password, what is the next step you will do? Click on login button. Okay. After that, what is the next one? Open your requirement document. What is the next step you have to write? Select. Now we can see here. You have to verify such hotel functionality. Search hotel functionality test cheyali. If you want to be get test with the search hotel functionality, you need to be get taking care about in having all these particular option and need to be get click on search button. So for that, you will be writing with the statement considering that. Select location. Okay. After that, what is the next one? Select hotel. Okay. After that, select room type. Okay. After that, select number of rooms. Okay. Next. Check-in date. Enter check-in date. Okay. After that, enter checkout date. Okay. After that, enter which you will be taking with adults. Okay. After that, enter children. Okay. After that, click on search button. Is it button or mutton? Mutton. Is it button or mutton? You need to be very careful. In a place of that B, if you write in a M, what will happen? So English is very dangerous language. One letter has been changed, the whole meaning will be changing it. Okay. Now, test data. What is the test data? What is the test data? URL, username. After username, password. After that, login. Check-in date. Selecting the location or not? Okay. After that, taking with hotel. After that, room type. Okay. After that, number of rooms. Okay. After that, check-in date. Okay. After that, okay. After that, adults and then taking with children. Okay. So what are all the options you have been selected? So what are the options you have been selected? You need to be get provide all that particular things here. So and then which need to be get taking that expected result. What is expected result? Expected result. You are selecting all the required option and clicking on the search button, what is the expected result? What is it? Select hotel, page should be displayed. Select hotel, page should be displayed. So you're entering with all the things here and need to be get considering that select hotel page should be displayed. Okay, done. Next. TC 028. TS 024. This scenario number 24 is related to? Scenario number 24 is related to? Related to search hotel. Okay. Now we can say that you will be writing with the step. You will be writing with the step. Taking with all the steps. Provided that particular step. See that. So this particular one, once you got click on this, you need to be get mentioning about click on search button. You need to be get click on search button. Okay, done. What will be the test data? What is the test data? URL. Okay. After that, taking with username. After that, taking with password. Okay. Expected result. What is that expected result? Why error message? Why error message? We are not selecting with any of the mandatory fields. So we are not selecting with any of the mandatory fields, considering that error message should be displayed. Okay, done. Next, consider TC 029. Okay. Considering the TS 025. Sorry. 24. Okay. Right. Now we can say that all the steps we have been followed with the same. All the steps we have been followed with the same. Doing with the testing by entering previous check-in date. So everything will be the same. Everything will be the same. While entering with the check-in date, need to be get entering with previous check-in date. So while entering that particular date, we need to be get considering the previous check-in date. So once we got provide with previous check-in date, all the test data common. All the test data common. So taking with expected result. What is expected result? What is it? Error message. Why error message? So as we are searching in a hotel or booking in a hotel, it should be current day or it should be future day. We cannot go with the previous day. So whenever in general, when you are going with the hotel, so can we ask them like provide with the check-in for the previous date? Is there any option of that? No. So we will not be taking with the previous date. Either it can be present date or future date. If you are entering with the previous date, it has to be given a error. So that expected result, what you will mention? What you will mention? Error message should be displayed. Okay, done. Next, TC 030. Okay, so let's see that still other scenarios we can write. So you can take care about in writing that particular respective functionality. After that, what is the next functionality? Right. So what is the next scenario? Verify reset button functionality. As it is, we will be writing the same. What is the next one? Verify drop down functionality. So what is the drop down functionality? Drop down functionality. Uh, Showing the results, it is okay, but what exactly the functionality? User selected option should be displayed. So user, whatever the option he was selecting it, so that particular same option, it's need to be get displayed. So that he will be considering the drop down functionality. Okay, can see that. Right. Now you can say that. So that particular drop down functionality, you can mention that expected result. User selected option should be displayed. Okay. What is the next one? What is the next one? Drop down values. So that particular drop down values, whatever the values are there in the drop down, whatever the values are there in the drop down, you can provide the list of all the value. Then mention that these are mention that that particular drop down values should be displayed. So whatever that values are there, you can mention that and continued with the statement mentioning that should be displayed. Okay. What is the next one? Text boxes, it will be continued. After that, labels that you can continue. After that, mandatory. Heading, same. So this particular heading, you can consider, like in case of taking the header is related to whole application, or you will be taking with any one particular application written. Previously, you written with the header is whole application, but this is mentioned as heading. Heading is whole application or particular page. Heading is particular page or whole application related to particular page. So what exactly that heading has been there, you need to be get mentioning that heading should be displayed as what exactly that heading is there. You need to be get provide that particular heading. Okay. After that, what is the next one? What is the next one? Links functionality. So that particular links functionality, same as you will be writing as login page. What is the next one? What is it? Welcome text. Need to be get verified that welcome text. After that, which you will be taking with hello text here. So what is the expected result you will write? Expected result. Hello space username. Okay. Right. Let's see that how we can write it. What is the scenario number? What is the scenario number? TS034. Okay. TS034. Okay. Now see the step. What are the steps you will write? What are the steps you will write? First step. What is the first step? What is the first step? Launch browser. Okay. After that, what is it? Enter URL. Okay. After that, enter username. After that, enter password. Okay. After that, click on login button. Okay. After that, after that, select. Why select location? What is the scenario? What is that particular scenario you got? Verify hello text here. Need to be get mentioning that verify hello text here. Verify hello text in search hotel page. Okay. Is it only search hotel? Is that it has to be display only search hotel? What are other pages? Considering that, select hotel. So after that, booking confirmation, whatever that pages are there, it's need to be get displayed in all the pages here. Okay, done. So now see that test data. What is the test data? What is the test data? URL. Okay. After that, username. Okay. Password. Okay. Now expected result. Username should be displayed. Okay. Beside hello username. Hello text should be displayed. Okay. As simple as if we consider this particular hello text, after hello it was displaying the text here. From where we are getting that particular text? Header. Now able to see some text here. So we're able to see some text. So this particular text, after hello, whatever the text it got mentioned, from where we are getting that particular text? Registration, okay. Apart from registration, in the login page, username, is it entering the username? Entering or not? In the login page, you are entering the username. Whatever that username he got entered, the same username need to be displayed. So that particular same username should be displayed. So whatever the things you are entering it, the same username should be displayed. So this is what it will be taking with the possibility in getting considering the taking care of these particular test cases. So here user whatever the data entered in the username, the same username. So that particular same username need to be get displayed. So let's see that how exactly we can write it. So let's understand about how exactly we can write it. Okay, now see the steps here. Let's see that particular steps. Now, so here, what is that result you will write? Not username, guys. A username ekkana shawali. From where you are getting that username? Login page. So that is what we have to clearly mention. User entered. See the concept. User entered username in login page. In login page should be displayed on. It has to be displayed on search hotel page. After that, select hotel page. Okay, whatever the pages are there, you can provide as. Now you can mention how it has to display. Hello. After that, this particular one, I was mentioning that username. So by that, in that particular login page, whatever the username has been displayed, the same username has to be displayed here. Okay, done. Right. So this is, you need to be get continued. So this is you need to be get continued in writing. This is you need to be get continued in writing all that particular respective test cases. Whatever the functionalities are there, according to that particular functionality, you need to be get coming up with writing all that particular steps here. So now you guys need to be get continued writing all that particular test cases. The one you will be taking with hello text and then date format. After that, which you will be taking with another one. What is this functionality? Select total, which you will be mentioning about verify select total functionality. You need to be get right all that particular step and you need to be get continued taking with verify select total functionality. I mean, what exactly the steps are there, you can write all that particular step. So what you guys can do is, you guys can continue documenting all the test cases. In case of any difficulty, just let me know. I'll guide you that. But in a meanwhile, maximum in a very simple way, you can refer that requirement document and you can refer these particular scenarios. Along with that, you can continue documenting. It will take enough time to write all the test cases here. So already we got detailed scenarios. Based on these particular scenarios, you can just continue on that writing all the required test cases. So at any cost, as a tester, you need to be becoming a comfortable in writing with other scenarios and writing with test cases here. So now while writing these particular test cases, you need to be get followed some guidelines here. You have to write the test cases. While writing with the test cases, you need to be get followed these particular guidelines. So let's see that what exactly that guidelines need to be followed. So write with the heading. Take with the heading is test case design guidelines. Take with the new heading. Take with the new heading is test case design guidelines. So take with the new heading is test case design guidelines here. Right. Let's see that. So which need to be get mentioning about taking with test case design guidelines here. So let's understand what exactly mean by this. Right. See that. While writing with the test cases, we are not having any limit. I mean, you can write 10 test cases, 20 test cases, 100 test cases, 1,000, 10,000, whatever it can be. According to the requirement documents, we need to be make sure that you have been writing with all the test cases. Whatever the requirements has been provided, based on that particular requirement document, you need to be get continued in writing all the test cases. There is no limit in writing the test cases. You have to make sure that in testing with that particular all test cases need to be created. Okay. Now, when you're writing that particular test cases, now we can see that, is it in all the test cases we got the same steps here? This test case we got 13, this we got only 6, this we got 13, this we got only 6. So I mean, this only 3 step. It's not like in all the test cases. It's not like in all the test cases you are writing with same number of the steps here. One test case only 3 steps. Some other test case 10 steps. Some other test case 20 steps. Some other test case 100. So it depends on it. Based on that functionality, you can write that particular number of the steps. Now, minimum, there is no issue. You can write only 1 step, you can write only 2 steps, or you can write only 3 steps. Doesn't make any problem. Maximum of the steps, whenever you are writing the test cases, whenever you are writing with the test cases, right? So whenever you are writing with the test cases, maximum of the step, I mean, see the step here. Test case step, not test cases. See the terminology. What is the terminology it got mentioned? Test case steps. Okay. Test case steps should be maximum of 20. Test case steps should be maximum of 20. The meaning of that statement, writing 3 step, 4 step, doesn't make any problem. Because of any functionality, if you got more than 20 step, assume that you got 25, 30 step in one test case, you have to see the possibility, either dividing into 2 test cases, you have to see the possibility, either you have to divide into 2 test cases, or else you have to see that where you can reduce that particular step. Reducing the steps means not like deleting the step. Reducing the steps means not like deleting the step. Let's consider this particular test case. See the 6th step. What is the 6th step we got? Select total. What is the 7th step? Select room type. 8th step? Select number of room. Rather than writing these 3 steps, rather than writing these particular 3 steps, you can mention that select hotel and then consider room type and then considering that taking with number of rooms here. So this is what it will be mentioning about reducing that particular number of steps. By that you can write. So by that you can write that particular steps here. So this is what you will be having the possibility. This is what you have in a possibility in getting reducing that particular number of steps here. Okay. So according to this particular real-time guidelines or test case guideline, whenever you are writing with the step, we cannot write with more steps in one test case, because the reason is currently you are writing only test cases. In further, next what you have to do? After test case, next what you have to do? What is it? Test execution. After completion of writing the test cases, you have to take care about the test execution. at the time of execution, if you're writing more step, in one test case, that will given a problem at the time of execution. Because of that, always it is suggestible that. So because of that, always it has been suggestible that need to be get mentioning about saying that test case steps maximum count should be 20. Not like condition here. No sir, functionality is demanding we have to write more than 20 steps. You can write. It's not like a restriction. It's not like a condition. See the heading what you written. What is the heading you written? Test case design guidelines here. So that particular heading you will be mentioning about test case design guideline here. So need to be get mentioning about taking with this particular option that you will be considering the design guidelines. Just they are guiding that you can follow these particular guideline to make a more effective test cases. Okay. So this is what the first one. What is the first one it got mentioned? Test case steps. Test case steps should be maximum of 20. We should not be writing more than 20. Okay. In a similar way, make a note of it. Take the next one. Take with the next one. Mention that. Avoid in writing. Duplicate. Avoid in writing. Duplicate. Okay. Need to be get mentioning about avoid in writing duplicate test cases, and then taking with duplicate steps. So avoid in writing duplicate test cases and then taking with duplicate steps. Okay. Now we can see that we need to begin avoid in writing with the duplicate test cases and need to begin right duplicate steps here. So the meaning of this particular statement, now assume that you are writing the test case. This is one test case. As it is, if you are writing with the one more time, that is not at all suggestible. At least the one functionality need to be make with the difference. At least the one functionality need to be make with the difference here. So that you need to be get avoid. In writing with duplicate test cases. Always you have to take care about in writing with unique test cases. Not like same test case you have been repeating. For multiple times here. Okay. So that you need to be get mentioning about duplicate test case here. After that, considering the duplicate test step, meaning of that. See the first test case. What are the steps we written? Launch browser, enter URL, enter username. First one. Enter valid username, enter valid password, click on login button. How many steps we written here? How many steps we got? 5 steps we got. Okay. Let me cross check this. Now you can see here. If we look into this particular functionality, If we get look into this particular functionality, now I can see that if we look into this particular test case, see the first step. What is the first step? Launch browser. After that, enter URL. After that, enter username. After that, enter password. After that, click on login button. In the first test case, what we written the 5 step and these particular step. Is there any difference on this? Is there any difference on this? No. We are already maintain a one dedicated test case by having these particular step. In another test case, not like mandatory. If required, we can write. Doesn't make any problem. But we got a possibility where we can reduce these particular steps here. So rather than writing these particular 5 steps in a very simple way, what we can write? If you provide test case number, we can provide. But in future, the test case number is changing it. Then any terminology we can provide. What is it? Login into application. Meaning of login. What are the steps we'll follow? Launch browser, enter URL, enter username, enter password. So need to be get mentioning about. You need to be get mentioning about taking way, writing all that particular 5 step. So rather than writing that particular 5 step, as simple as you can mention, login into application. As already test case available. In case of not available, you have to write it. As already that particular test case is available, so again, not required to write it. That will be mentioning about taking with login into application. So this is how we need to be get followed that particular respective guideline. So what is the first one need to be done? Test case steps count should be, or test case steps should be maximum of 20. What is the second one? Need to avoid in writing duplicate test cases or duplicate step. And the next one, very most important one. What is it? The most important one. While writing the test cases. What is it? Spell mistakes. Because where you are writing the test cases? Where you are writing the test cases? Is it you are writing the test cases in Word file or Excel? Word for Excel. Excel. We are not writing the test cases in Word file. In case if you write in the Word file, you have a chance of, in general, while working with the Word file, you will be having spell mistake, then you will get red color or blue color. Getting or not? In the Word file, that red color will be there, grammar mistake, blue color will be there. But in case of Excel, is there any color you are getting? Only one color. Black color will be there. No concept of red color, no concept of blue color. While working with the Excel, it will not be suggesting that what is that particular spell mistake. Because of that, we guys need to be more comfortable and we have to take care about what exactly that spell mistakes are there. As you are very well knowing, a one letter has been changing it, the whole meaning will be changing it. So because of that, while writing with the test cases, you need to be get more comfortable related to spell mistake. Another last one, very most important one. What is it? One more. Another most important one. Okay, see that. As simple as now you are writing the test cases. After completion of writing the test cases, next what you have to do? What you have to do? Test execution. After completion of writing the test cases, you have to take care about doing with execution. Okay. Now, let's consider real time. When you're working in the real time, you're working on test cases. You written all the test cases. All the test cases has been done. All the test cases has been written, completed. Need to start execution. By the time of execution has been started, assume that you have been moved into another project. Chances are there. In real time, it's not like you will be working for only one project till the time of your getting retired. Is that you will be working only one project? No, right? You will work on multiple projects. Now in real time, assume that you are working on one project, completed designing all the test cases. You have been moved into next project. In a place of yours, another new member joined in that project. See the understanding? You are working on project, completed writing the test cases. You have been moved into another project. In a place of yours, new team member came into the picture. Now he need to start doing the execution. Design already done. The new member, what he has to do? The new member, what he has to do? Execution need to be done. So while execution, on which basis I will execute? On which basis I will execute? Based on test cases. So he opened the test cases. He started executing. When he started executing, you guys are too intelligent here. You written the test cases which has been understanding by you only. Other person not understanding. In that way, you written the test cases here. Now this guy is the new person referring the step. That guy is not able to understand anything what you written. So now, what will happen at that time? What will happen? That guy also too intelligent here. In that particular Excel, you will be having one column name, created by. Having the column name? Created by. When you're writing the test cases, you will be having the column name is created by. So new member, seeing that who is that intelligent person created the test cases here. He will look into the name and then taking that name, searching in the company employee portal. He will get the mobile number and then making a call to you guys. Boss, you written the test cases. I'm not able to understand what exactly have been written. Please explain me. Again, you have to explain the test case. So a lot of rework will be done. So to avoid all these rework, what we have to do? What do you have to do? You need to write the test cases. You need to get right with the test cases which can be easily understandable by all the persons. It's not like just only your understanding. If any new person referring with the test cases, those guys need to be able to understand what exactly that particular test cases has been done. So as simple as conclusion is we need to be get mentioning that easy understandable here. So whatever the test cases you have been written, so that particular test cases should be easily understandable. This is what you need to be get followed. This is what You guys need to be get followed that particular guideline when you're writing these particular test cases. First you are writing with scenarios. After that you are writing with test cases. While writing the test cases, you need to be get follow these particular guideline. In that, what is the first one need to be followed? Test case steps should be maximum of 20. What is another one? Need to avoid in writing duplicate test cases or duplicate test steps here. What is the next one? You need to be taking care about spelling mistake. And the last one? Easily understandable. Okay. Along with these guidelines, you have to take care about some more concept. For example, assume that you got in a requirement. Assume that you got in a requirement of age text box. Your requirement is you need to be get test with. Your requirement is you need to be get test with age text box. See the requirement of this text box. Age text box has to be accept only number. Requirement is age text box has to be accept only number. That number age will start from 0 or 1. Age will start from 0 or 1. 0, 1. Anywhere did you guys heard about that saying that this baby having 0 days? No. Age will start from 1. 1, 2. Your expectations? 500. Okay. For your satisfaction, 100. Okay. Now assume that age text box is there. We have to test this text box. Requirement is it has to be accept the numbers of 1 to 100. So now we have to test it. So how will test this? 1 to 100. Very simple, sir. First we'll enter 1, see that working or not. After that enter 2 working or not. Enter 3 working or not. By the evening test lead will be asking what is the status. What he will say? 99 is completed, 100 is pending test lead. Let me complete 100 also. So is it possible to do that kind of testing? If required, we can test it. If required, we can do. But not like in a very easy in entering with each and every number and testing it. So further, for doing these kind of testing, we need to be taking care about some design techniques here. So we got some design techniques. So let's understand what are all that particular design techniques here. So just have a heading is test case design techniques. Just have a heading is test case design techniques and make a note of these particular 2 type and then black box techniques and then taking with white box techniques. Right. So just have a main heading is test case design techniques and then mention that particular 2 types of techniques. Just make a note of this two types of techniques, and then black box, and then taking with white box, both the things. Just make a note of both the techniques. Tomorrow you have a session. Don't forget it. Online students also, tomorrow session will be there. Okay. So tomorrow we'll discuss about this black box techniques. White box, we are not worried. So we'll take care about what is meant by that black box techniques. And then we'll start with the very most important one. What is it? Test execution. So tomorrow we'll be getting started with test execution. That is what our very most important one need to be get started. So that I'll be getting started by tomorrow. But in the meanwhile, take care about in completing writing all the test cases. See that to write maximum of the test cases. So just try to write maximum of the test cases. By that we'll start test execution from tomorrow. Okay? Clear? Carry on. Thank you.